Hi students, welcome to Python Programming Lab course. I am Dr. K. Varada Rajkumar, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, AIML, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In our previous class, we learned about how to use print function in Python. In this session, we will learn about how to use input function in Python. So how to read the values from keyboard in C. So by using a function known as scanf. The purpose of scanf is read the data from the keyboard and store this data in a variable. Now in Python we have a function called input. By using this input function we will read the data from the keyboard. Okay, in Python we use input function to take input from the user. So this allows us to make interactive programs where users can enter values from the keyboard. Now we are going to see 6 examples. In first example we see a simple program to take input from the user and display it. In example 2 we see how to read numerical values from the keyboard, that is an integer value. In example 3 we see how to read float value from the keyboard. In example 4 we are going to see taking 2 numbers from input and adding them, addition of 2 numbers. Example 5 we will see taking multiple inputs in a single line. In example 6 we see reading multiple integer from user input and store them in a list. Coming to first program, here we are going to read the name. For example, I want to read the name equals to, I use input function and again I print this name using print function. Okay. In second example, taking numeric input. For example, a equals to 10. Now this 10 is a integer value. In second program we see how to read the integer values from the keyboard. In example 3 we will see how to read floating point values. For example, a equals to 5.6. So this is the floating value. In example 4 we see read the 2 values from the keyboard. For example, if I enter 5, 10. Now we are going to find the addition 15. In example 5, same, this 5 and 10 we are going to read in one line, 5 space 10. In example 4, we will see how to read multiple values like 15, 16, 10, 20, 30, 15, 16 in a single line and assigned these values to a list in Python. So list is a data structure. It is similar to array in C program. Okay. So this is the program to take input from the user and display it. So taking the input from the user means user will give the input from keyboard. Okay. Here I want to read my name from the keyboard and assign to a variable name. If you are writing the same program in C, then we use scanf function. Scanf, so percentage yes, and we are going to use ampersand of name. Okay, but in Python it is very easy. Instead of using these control statements, these ampersand addresses, simply use input. That's it. Input. If I enter now K. Varada Rajkumar, now this will assign the variable name here. Instead of using name, you can use any variable name. Whether it is a N, A, B, you can use any value, any name here. But sake of better understanding, I am using name here. Okay. Now the input is stored in the name. Now I want to print the message. So which function I am going to use? Print. So use print function and mention variable name here. Now K Varada Rajkumar is stored in the name variable. Now I'm going to print the name. That's it. Next, I want to print like this. My name is K Varada Rajkumar. Okay. Now I use the formatting F, use symbol F, double quotation, open, and in this you are going to write your message. What is the message? My name is K Varada Rajkumar. So this K Varada Rajkumar already stored in a variable name. So here you use flower bracket. That's it. Now this my name is, you write as like this. My name is, and the name is stored in a variable name. So here you use flower brackets, open and close. That's it. Now another way of printing is double quotation, use my name is, use comma, and here you mention the variable name. Third, so my name is Varada Rajkumar. I am from MLR IT. Now here we are going to concatenate these outputs. So my name is, so plus is a concatenation operator. This will club the outputs. Now it prints my name is plus K Varada Rajkumar plus I am from MLR IT. Okay. Example 2 regarding reading the numerical values. Okay. So now you remember whatever you are reading from the keyboard in Python, that is in string data type. Okay. That is in string format. Whatever you are going to read from the keyboard, that is a string data type. But here I want to read the data, numerical data, that may be int or float. So for example here, if I read the data 10, now this 10 is a string. This 10 is string. Now I use this 10 as a string only. If I read two values 10, 5, those are in string format. If I perform addition, then it prints 105. If I want to perform arithmetic operations, then I convert this 10 and 5 into integer. Okay, so for that we use int function here. Okay, name equals to input. Now this is the string. Whatever you are going to read from the keyboard, that is in the string format. Now here I enter K Varada Rajkumar. Now this is assigned to name variable. I want to read my marks. So marks, for example, I enter 72. 72 is number or string? By default it is a string. So I convert this string into integer. This is the function, int function. Now this 72 is changed as a integer and assigned to a variable marks. Now I am going to print my name is K Varada Rajkumar and my marks are 72. How? Use formatting. F double quotation. So my name is, you write here, and in brackets you write your name, and write the message, and my marks are, and use in flower brackets you mention the marks. If you are using the flower brackets means here you mention the variable names. Okay, as coming to example 3, it is similar to previous example only. Here I am going to take the percentage. So percentage in the form of float, for example 62.56. Now the name is a string, yeah, marks are integer, percentage is float. So here I am not using any function to convert. Why? By default it is a string. But coming to marks, marks are integer. So I use int function. I am converting the string into integer. Here I enter 62.56, that is a float value that I want to convert into float. So here I mentioned as a float. So here I am going to print my name is K Varada Rajkumar and my marks are 72. Next line I print percentage is 62.56. Okay. So coming to example 4, here the purpose of the program is addition. I want to read two values from the keyboard, and I'm going to perform addition here by using the plus operator, and I'm going to print using print function. That's it. Okay, you remember one thing, while reading the input, for example, if I write like this, input A equals to input. Now on monitor, the cursor is waiting to read the value, but user is not able to understand. So here in these brackets, if you print any message like this, enter first number, so this will display on monitor here, enter first number, then easily user will understand that here I am going to enter one number. So we can use some statements in input function itself. But in C programming, first you write one printf function. In this you wrote enter first number. Then again you are going to write scanf function. But in Python it is very easy. Directly you are going to mention this statement in input function itself. Okay. So now coming to program. So number 1, we are going to enter two numbers. Enter first number, enter 10. Enter second number 5. 10 is assigned to number 1. 5 is assigned to number 2. You are going to perform this addition. Sum equals to 15 is assigned to sum. Now you are going to print these values. Sum of 10 and 5 is 15. That's it. Or directly you can perform addition here. How? Sum of number 1 and number 2 is in flower bracket. You are going to perform addition, number 1 plus number 2. Okay. Anything is okay. So coming to example 5. Now I want to read the values. For example, in our previous example, I enter like this 10, press enter, then it displays another message, enter second value. Then I enter 5. But in coding computations, they are going to read the values in a same line. 10 space 5. So 10 is assigned to number 1, 5 is assigned to number 2. Now here I am taking number 1, number 2. So what is the function we are going to use to read the values? Input. Now this is the input 10, 5. Now I am going to split. So split 10 is one value, 5 is another value. Now this map function is used to apply some iteration. So this is the int function. I am going to apply on this data. Now 10, 5. Now 10 is converted as a integer. 5 is converted as a integer. And 10 is assigned to number 1. 5 is assigned to num2. Okay. Now I am going to print num1 plus num2, addition of two numbers. Okay. In this way, you are going to read the values in a single line. Okay. So coming to another example. So for example, this is the data 10, 15, 5, 20, 25, 35. Now I want to assign all these values to a list. So list is similar to array in C programming. Okay. In array we store the similar data items, but in list you can store different types of data items. That is the difference. Okay. So now I want to assign these values to a list. How? Same. This is the input. So use input function. I want to split. So use split function. Now I want to convert all these into integers. So I use map. I am applying this function on these iterators. So it becomes as a 10 as integer, 15 as integer, 5 as integer, 20 as integer, 25 as integer, 35 as a integer. And all these values are stored in a variable called list1. Now list1 is 10, 15, 5, 20, 25, 35. If I print the list, it displays these values. Okay. So let us see execution of these programs. So this is the program to read input from user. So let us execute this program. Now here cursor is waiting to read the value. Here I am giving input as a K. K Varada Rajkumar. Okay, now how it prints? It prints the name K Varada Rajkumar. Now I want to print as my name is. Then this is the string and this is the variable. The data is stored in a variable called name. So another way of printing the same message is using comma operator. And finally here we are going to use combining by using the plus. I combine my name is name plus I am from MLR IT. Okay. Now the same program. Here I want to change. Here I want to write that enter your name. Okay. So now you observe. So previously here the cursor is waiting at first position, but now it prints the message enter your name. If I enter my name K Varada Rajkumar, then it prints like this. Okay. So next program, reading numerical value. So now cursor is waiting here to read the name. So I enter K Varada Rajkumar, enter. Now cursor is waiting for to read the integer value. So I write 72. Now it displays a message, my name is K Varada Rajkumar and my marks are 72. But it is not appropriate to see. So here you include the message, right? Enter your name. Okay. In next input, you write a message, enter your marks. That's it. Execute. Now it displays enter your name. I am entering K Rajkumar, marks 72. That's it. Okay. Taking floating value. In our previous program we use int function. Now we are going to use float function. So first line is for read the name. So I enter K Varada Rajkumar, marks 72. So percentage 56.78. Okay. Now first one is a string, 72 is integer, 56.78 is float. So this is the program to perform addition here. Okay. So here we are reading the two values. So use input function. Those are the numerical values. So convert these numbers into integer. Then find the sum by using the plus operator. Then we are going to present the data on monitor. That is the result. Okay. So if I enter 10 here, yeah, 10 is assigned to num1. So 5 is assigned to num2. Sum of 10 and 5 is 15. Here I am taking some variable by using this plus operator, or directly are going to perform addition here. Okay. Anything is okay. In our previous program, we enter data like 10, 5. But I want to read the data in a single line, 10 space 5. In many coding exams, they are taking input like this, 10 space 5. They are going to read the values in a single line. Okay, how means? Same, use input for read the data, and this is the data. After that, apply the split function, split the data, it becomes as a 10 and 5, and you are going to apply this function in turn both the data elements. So now 10 is string, that is converted into integer, and similarly 5 also converted into integers. Now I am going to print addition, num1 plus num2. Let us execute this program. 10 space 5. If I enter 15. Okay. So let us see another program to read values like this. So for example, if I enter 10, 15, 8, 9, 72 in a single line, I want to store all these numbers as a list. How I can read? Same, input, split, all are integers, and I want to make this as one list here. List of is a function. Now all these values stored in a list. So let us execute the program. Here the cursor is waiting to read the values. Now I am entering 10, 34, 6, 45, 34, 29. If I press enter, all those values are stored in a list. It is similar to array in C. So this is about how to use input function in Python. So next class onwards, we are going to solve some exercises. Thank you all.